Hello, all of you. Here we begin with the next chapter. We have completed how to write journal entries. Then we completed how to write subsidiary books. That is also writing the journal entries in separate set of the books. Then we saw how to write cash book, bank book, single column, double column, triple column. Okay. Triple column is hot favorite for the exam. They are asking you triple column cash book in itself is ledger also. You prepare it in such a way that it's a prime book and it's the final book also. So when you prepare triple column cash book, you balance the cash account with debit balance. Bank balance may be debit or credit. And discount allowed and received, don't balance it combined. Debit of discount allowed will be posted in the discount allowed ledger, and the credit side of the discount received on take it on the debit and take it on the discount received ledger credit side. So now why I am recollecting all this, in whatever sequence your study material is given for foundation, you should know this stepwise. Do you now know how to pass basic journal entry? Open up your mindset and listen to me carefully. Yes. And whatever are your responses, you can put it in the chat box. Chat box is also open. And another form of the responding is, please don't feel conscious that recording is going on. Whatever it is, if you have a doubt, you can unmute and ask in class, right? तभी रुका के पूछना है, end of the class नहीं. Because if your mind is stuck up at that doubt, no, next what I am teaching, you are not listening. Okay? So be comfortable that way. Now, today's class is actually ledger. Okay, this is a 3-stage cycle. Do you remember? The very first introduction class I have taught you accounting cycle. When a normal business day starts, there are transactions. So with the help of the source document, we record the transaction in the journal or some subsidiary books. Then we post these transactions in the ledger. That's what we are doing today. Once we complete the ledger posting, we will do balance and we will learn how to prepare trial balance. And from trial balance, we can prepare the final accounts. You have final accounts of the proprietor with adjustments. So do it very nicely because that is the base for CA or CMA Inter company final accounts. And then that's the base for final where you do holding and subsidiary. 150 companies together. Can you prepare consolidated final accounts? Answer is yes. So never aim to study the foundation to just get 200 marks. Take this beautiful knowledge. And today's class, what I'm introducing now, ledger, let me tell you, after clearing your group 1 of internal, you will join articleship. Ledger scrutiny is the work which most of the students don't get it in the first year. Ledger scrutiny is a technique. It's a work in audit. Aap padhoge. But the base of that is your understanding and making of ledger. What we are doing today in the foundation class. How well do you understand the ledger? That will have an impact over there. Now, very important thing, I'll introduce Aram se and I'll tell you what to write. We'll solve one problem and you know my way of teaching. 2 notebooks you have to maintain. One is your regular notebook where you're solving all the problems and problem related notes, and another is a separate notebook where every chapter, what gist we are studying, we are writing. That we call it as booster notes. Okay, right? So very important part I'm doing right now. So pay attention. Now actually journal entry is prime. That is true. Journal entry is very much prime book of entry and all, whatever you call it. So when you're preparing journal book, you're writing all the journal entries. Okay. When journal entries you're writing the journal entries day wise in the chronological order of the day. Morning you purchase some goods, you wrote. Afternoon you have purchased some stationery, some expense, you wrote. Evening you call tea, coffee, you wrote. Late in the evening you have dispatched the goods sold, you wrote. So as the day is happening, you are writing the transactions in journal. When you post it in the ledger is a T format account. What I'm saying, you must be feeling, ma'am, 11th, 12th mein ye kiya hai, but you learn it afresh, it will be good for you. Ledger is a set of accounts. It's a T format account where you post all the transactions related to a particular account together. Of course, there also in the date. So today you did purchase to party. Purchase ledger में जाके debit side to party. After 3 days, again you purchase from another party. Again go to the same ledger. So the beautiful part of learning and making the ledger is at a glimpse you can have what is going on with this party. Last 3 महीने से this party is consistently purchasing, but payment is very slow. No, stop. Even if he orders goods, don't give him. So many managerial decisions are taken based on how you are preparing the ledger. Okay, when I look at salary account, 11 entries. Salary is to monthly expense, no? 12 months salary, I should pay. Why 11 entries? I realized March month salary I have paid on 4th of April. But then also, matching principle, Dipti ma'am has taught you, accrual concept. So if salary is paid, salary to bank. Salary is not paid, salary to outstanding salary. Is this clear to all of you? So today's class is preparation of ledger. But you know, in stats में पढ़ते हैं ना cumulative. पहले हमने we have learned how to write journal entries. Today we will write journal entries for one problem and then post it. And then when I teach trial balance in the next class, journal entry लिखो, ledger बनाओ and then make the trial balance. ठीक है? So open your booster notebooks. I'm starting the class now. This was all introduction about ledger. Anyone in the class is having any doubt, ask. Otherwise, open your booster notes. Booster notes is separate notebook where we write all the concepts. One second. Yeah, look at this. This was the booster note about cash book. I hope all of you remember. Types of cash book, what is impressed, what are the points you need to remember very carefully. Commission. I taught you triple column cash book with debit card and credit card entries also. That is hot favorite. वो एक entry पूछते हैं आपको exam में. ठीक है? चलो. So write down now ledger. Write down the conceptual notes as ledger. Center में लिखो. We'll make a nice flow chart, and in the form of flow chart, I'll explain what is the ledger. I hope you all are very clear. Cash and bank itself is ledger only. So write down ledger is set of accounts. Set of accounts where journal entries, I miss the word. I want all of you to write. Whatever is printed in my material is there. But few things are to be printed in mind. So likho. Ledger is set of account where journal entries are posted. Set of accounts where journal entries are posted in chronological date order. Date के हिसाब से as and how the transaction appears, no, you post it in the ledger. Now let me explain you types of ledger. There's a super nice topic, self-balancing ledger also, where we use all this knowledge. We can divide the ledger into two types. Personal ledger. You know what are personal accounts? Like accounts of our datas and creditors. So in ledger, we do all the posting. Listen, you may be having a doubt, ma'am, why types of ledger? Can we not have just one big register for all the ledgers? Imagine that ledger will become so bulky. I have done my articleship, in CA journey for me was from 95 to 2000. 2000, I qualified as a CA. Now listen, if I say ledger, sub ledgers. So in our time, their computers were just introduced. So we used to have those manual books. वो movie में दिखाते हैं ना red color के. So like this, you had to open and like so many ledgers one after the another. So imagine that one book becoming so bulky. So can we have separate ledger for all our datas? You know who are the datas? There are 500 parties in the Hyderabad, Secunderabad twin cities to whom you are selling the goods. Can you have separate ledgers for all your datas? Keep patience. Sometimes I just start the class with problem number 3. But this is a new topic, so we need to introduce. I hope you are comfortable writing from the screen. If you can respond in chat, it would be very nice. Are you able to write from the screen? I'm reading also when I'm writing. Data's ledger. Creditors ledger. I'll hand over all the data's ledger work to Rahul. I'll hand over all the creditors ledger to Harshini. I'll hand over all the general ledger to Suma. So what you will happen, 3 of you people are working simultaneously on the ledgers. So I don't have to depend on a single person. And if there is a mistake in data, only those many ledger accounts we have to check. Party ledgers of data. We don't have to check all bulky ledgers. I hope you all are getting what I'm teaching. The importance of maintaining separate ledgers and giving things to separate people. You can have expertise knowledge of 3 people simultaneously working. Work can complete it fast. Errors are located fast. Your data, your creditors, let them be maintained by personal ledger. How to prepare the ledger? I'll teach you. Acha, this bifurcation is only to tell you in the practical world. In exam, you have to prepare all the ledgers yourself. You can't say, I will make 3 ledgers and my friend Rahul will make 2 ledgers. No, please. Okay. Okay. Just please continue. 2 seconds, I'll be back. Now, impersonal ledger. Impersonal ledger, again, we divide it into 2. We have cash and bank book. I hope all of you know cash book and bank book itself is cash and bank ledger. So, हमने सीख लिया how to make this. And then we have general ledger. General ledger. In general ledger, we have all the other ledgers other than datas and ledger. Like we have nominal ledger. What will come in the nominal ledger? All your expense and income account. In your nominal ledger, you will have all your expense and income accounts. And we have private ledgers. and we have private ledgers. So other than, now see, data's creditors ledger have come here, expense income have come here, and your private ledger. Private ledger will have what now? Private ledger will have your assets account, all your real account, all your liabilities account, all your loan account, all your capital account. You don't have to draw this flowchart in the final exam. This is for your understanding. Let all my data's account be maintained by person A. Creditors, there are at least 50 parties from whom I'm purchasing goods. So 50 ledgers by other person, expenses and income by someone else, and assets and liabilities. Okay, right. What is the format of the ledger? It's a T format account. लिखो compulsory लिखना है. Format of ledger. Divide your page into two. Write down on debitor. Is this looking like a T? That is why ledger is always called as a T format account. T format account. Debit and credit. Date, particulars, journal folio. From journals, which page you are doing the posting. Nowadays in computer, so the posting is done automatically, but still. Date, particulars, journal folio, amount. Date, particulars, journal folio, and amount. Bolo. Is the format clear to you? Can you put one simple message, all clear, or any doubt? T format ledger you have to prepare. And I'm teaching this topic on screen, and this is little, बहुत effort लगता है क्योंकि बार-बार scroll करना. I'm missing my whiteboard where I put all the ledgers on a single page. Date, particulars, journal folio, and amount. Date, particulars, journal folio, and amount. All these notes you have to write in your boosters. I'll tell you some points also to remember while making ledgers. Acha, next step now. When you make any ledger on debit side, whatever you write it to. On credit side, whatever you write it by. Debit side, whatever you write it to. Credit side, you write by. Sometimes, debit credit will tally and the ledger will balance. Now I'm teaching you what is debit balance. Now look at this example. Suppose I've made a ledger, say furniture. On the debit side, I purchased furniture in cash, 10 rupees. And I have it as it is. Okay. Kuch thoda sa furniture I have scrapped and I've sold it for 3. Now, closing balance is 7. Now look at this. Actually, debit is 10. Credit is 3. So though we write it on the credit side, we call it as debit balance. These are the googly questions asked in interviews. You should learn what is required for exam. You should learn what is required for you to enter the practical market. Then you make a superb bridge yourself. Are you getting? If I say this is a debit balance, is your mindset clear? Yes, ma'am. 10 rupees cash I have spent, 3 rupees. Now leave the transaction just. I have written it on the credit side to balance, but it is which balance? Debit balance. Now, what do you mean by credit balance? Chalo, let us make a capital account. Example 2. This is example 1. Capital account बनाते हैं. My opening balance of capital was 50 rupees. I added net profit. You know, profit is added in the capital 5. There were some drawings, say 3 rupees. Now, what is the closing balance? On the credit side, 55 rupees. And on the debit side, 52 rupees. 55 rupees on the credit side, 3 rupees and 52 rupees on the debit side. Now, I have written the closing balance here, but this is which balance? Credit balance. The credit side is more, so it's credit balance. Your debit side is more, so it's a debit balance. Yet I have not started with any of the problems. These are all the concepts. The more slowly and firmly you know the concepts, you go smooth. Okay? पूछो कोई डाउट है तो. चलो. Let us start with the chapter now. Yeah. This was all introduction. I hope introduction was very clear. See, the portion of foundation is vast. Huh? You have non-trading and final accounts and whatnot. So we need to do it nicely. Chalo. एक काम करते हैं ना. Today you have to make the ledgers and now you know the format of making the ledgers. Still, one way of doing the ledger is just post the entry. Directly make the ledgers. Another is write the journal entries. तो हम ना journal entries लिखेंगे. Trial balance कैसे आ गया? Unit 2. Journal entry के बाद it was Unit 2 ledger. I'm doing ledger right now. Chalo, fourth problem we are doing right now. Are you all ready to go with me? Fourth problem now in class. Journalize the transactions in the book and then prepare the ledgers. Listen, you may be having the doubt initially. Ma'am, इतना बड़ा question आएगा क्या exam में? नहीं आएगा. Don't worry. They will ask you to either make the ledger or write the journal entries, but just to show you everything I'm doing. So shall we start writing the journal entries for all this? X started a business, he purchased goods, he paid cash, sold goods, received cash, and so on. Okay? So let us pass the journal entries first for the fourth problem. I know you may be thinking, ma'am, directly fourth problem, but अच्छा है, करेंगे, साथ में करेंगे. Yeah, close your booster notebook, come to regular book where we were doing, and there we will start. Okay, write down the name of the chapter. Chapter 2, Unit 2, ledger. What was Unit 1? Journal entry. Now we are doing ledger. But for that, we are starting with problem number 4. And for problem number 4, we are writing journal entries. We are writing journal entries. Date, particulars, LF, debit amount, credit amount. Okay. The format of journal entries: date, particulars, debit amount, and credit amount. शुरू करें. One full page. I will also do it on full page. आप भी करो. date, particulars, journal, folio, debit amount and credit amount. Shuru. X started a business with a capital of 20,000. So he has introduced the business. May capital. Okay. So nothing is given for the bank. All the transactions in this problem are in cash. So we will route it through cash only. First transaction. If they give date, you write date. Otherwise, can we do it together, dear students? You all now know how to pass journal entries. So let us start. Cash account debit to capital account. Cash account debit to capital account. 20,000, 20,000. Cash account debit to capital account. 20,000, 20,000. He has introduced the capital. See, if they ask you to make only ledger, you need to post this journal entry. Okay, directly. Yeah. Cash to capital. Next. He purchased goods from Y on credit. So when you purchase the goods, debit all expenses. Purchase account debit to Y. Y is a giver of the goods. Purchase account debit to Y. He paid cash to Y. Okay. Y is the receiver now. Y account debit to cash. 2,000, 2,000. Though we purchased the goods from Y 4,000, we are paying them cash 2,000. If they ask you to write the ledgers banana hai, so these journal entries you have to write in your mind. ठीक है? Sold goods to Z. One second. Sorry. Okay, let us continue. It's a simple problem I have taken so that you get a grip on how to make the ledgers. Okay? Right. Y account to cash. Now, he sold goods to Z for 4,000. Okay. So we have sold the goods to Z. Z account debit to sale. Party to sale. Z is the receiver. So Z account debit to sale. Received cash from Z. I know, like they've sold the goods of 4,000 and Z is giving us cash. Cash is a real account. Debit what comes in? Cash is coming in 6,000 and Z is the giver of the cash. I'm not writing the narration. You have to write like this only. Same. Being, one second, sorry. Yeah. Being cash received from Z. Being cash received from Z. ठीक है? Next. He further purchased goods from Y 4,000. Okay? Or goods खरीदे. So which account should be debited? Purchase account should be debited. 4,000. To cash 4,000. Okay, sorry. Purchase account debit to Y. We have purchased the goods from Y on credit. 4,000. Now we have already paid extra to Y. So this time we are going to pay Y account debit. Debit the receiver Y to cash. How much you will pay to Y? 2,000 and 2,000. He further sold goods to Z. Z account debit to sales. Party to sales. Sales is credit because it's an income. It's a very easy problem. And party debit. I'll take little advanced problem also later, just to give you a grip on how to make the ledgers. Z account debit to sales. He received cash from Z. So cash is coming in. Cash account debit to Z. 2,000, 2,000. Are you all able to write the entry? Anyone is having any doubt, then ask. Pucho. One second, a lot of voice is coming from outside. I'll close the window. Okay. So now comfortable writing the entries. Now can we prepare the ledger to post all these entries? What all ledgers we will post? One by one, एक के बाद एक. Cash account, capital account, purchase account, Y account, Z account, and sales account. Okay? So just take the next page and make the full ledger. Banao. T format ledgers banao. You prepare one after the ledger. I am doing it on screen, dear students. So what I will do is on one page, I'll prepare two ledgers. Okay. This is my page one, left side, right side is page two. Just to say, you prepare one after the another ledger. So the very first ledger I am preparing is cash account. Date, particulars. Date के लिए एकदम छोटा, because it's only serial number, not even date this time. Date, particulars, amount. Date, particulars, amount. I've skipped making the journal folio. Journal folio, ठीक है, it's not there, no? As it is, we don't write it. Comfortable making the cash account? Below that, exactly same capital account. Date, particulars, amount, date, particulars, amount. Capital account. On the right hand side, I am making, आप capital के नीचे बनाओ, purchases account. Please prepare below the capital account, purchases account. Date, particulars, amount. Date, particulars, amount. And this is the debit side, this is the credit side. Purchases. Next we have wise account. Wise account. And next I'll prepare Z's account. Just whatever journal entries you have written, we are making the ledgers. Banao. Date, particular amount, date, particular amount. Date, okay. You know, you have to make full page. Exam may no need to make the way I have made. बार-बार ये तो समझाने के लिए I am making. You can do the ledger accounts, date, particulars, amount, date, full page, and then continue making. Please do the double side posting together. Most of the students, they do blunder is they pick up all cash and post. Then they pick up all sales and post. Please don't do that. We will read the entry and we will post it. Once again, what is the first entry? Started the business with capital. Keep your textbook in front of you. Started the business with the cash. So karo, cash account debit. When you cash account debit कर रहे हो तो debit side क्या लिखोगे? Cash to capital. और कैपिटल में क्रेडिट में क्या लिखोगे? बाय कैश. नाउ से इज इट क्लियर? डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज पोस्टिंग? टेक टाइम, लुक एट द स्क्रीन. सी दिस इज योर फर्स्ट जर्नल एंट्री, कैश टू कैपिटल. अब आ जाओ, कैश अकाउंट डेबिट साइड में टू कैपिटल और कैपिटल के क्रेडिट में बाय कैश. ऑपोजिट वी right. Purchase account debit to Y. We have purchased the goods from Y. On second, we have purchased the goods from Y. 4,000. Purchases account debit to Y, 4,000. Then we paid cash to Y. Acha, sorry, purchases to Y. तो purchase account debit side Y. Y के account में credit side by purchases. Don't miss giving double effect at the same time. Purchase account debit to Y. Y account credit by purchase. Next, we have paid cash to Y on third. So Y account debit to cash. Are you able to post with me? Stay firm where you are. कहाँ खड़े हैं आप Y के account में? Y is saying I am receiving cash. जर्नल एंट्री पढ़ के लिखो, यू हैव दीज जर्नल एंट्रीज ना, इसको देख के लिखो। वाई अकाउंट डेबिट एंड कैश के क्रेडिट साइड में क्या लिखोगे? बाय वाई। वाई के डेबिट में व्हाट यू हैव रिटन टू कैश, कैश के क्रेडिट में क्या लिखा है? बाय वाई। ही सोल्ड गुड्स टू जेड 4,000. We have sold goods to Z. So Z is the receiver. 4,000 on 4th. To sale. Party to sale. So go to Z's account and write down to sale. And come in the sale account and write down by Z. So that we know we have sold the goods to Z. सब्सिडरी एंट्री बुक्स हैं तो पार्टी अकाउंट तभी के तभी होगा, सेल्स अकाउंट टोटल यू कैन पोस्ट। नाउ रिसीव्ड कैश फ्रॉम जेड, जेड इज पेइंग यू एक्स्ट्रा कैश, बाय कैश 6,000. लुक एट द स्क्रीन, 6,000 cash is received and Z is credited because he is giver. Cash is debited. कैश को जब डेबिट करेंगे क्या लिखेंगे? टू जेड. जेड को जब क्रेडिट करेंगे क्या लिखेंगे? बाय कैश. चलो नेक्स्ट. He further purchased goods from Y. Y से we have purchased. So purchase account debit to Y. How many goods we have purchased from Y? 4,000. So purchases is debited. I've taken little. Nice problem only. Repeated entries with different amount. Are you able to post? Purchase again 4,000. और Y को क्रेडिट करो. Y you have to pay me 4,000. Now we are paying cash to Y again 2,000. We are buying more, we are paying less, but then let it be. 7th को Y को डेबिट करो, कैश को क्रेडिट करो. Debit Y, credit cash. Further sold goods to Z. Go to Z's account and write down to sale 4,000. 4,000 goods are sold to Z. Party to sales. And write down here in the sale by Z 4,000. Goods are sold to Z. Cash is received from Z. Cash is received from Z on 9th. Buy cash is received. How much? 2,000. ठीक है? Nice. Finished all of you? I am waiting. Please scroll the ledgers. एक बार फिर से बेसिक सुनो. When I say sold the goods to Z, go to the Z's ledger, write down to sale. Go to the sales ledger, write down by Z. I hope this writing on opposite side is very clear to all of you. Yeah? Chalo. Now then, once you understand the structure of ledger, no, advanced entries also you'll be able to do it so nicely. And in Inter, most of the topics, single entry, cash flow statement, hire purchase. It's the beautiful part is making ledgers. How perfect you are in making ledgers. But every time you will not have these journal entries, dear. Can you frame the journal entries in your mind and then directly do the posting? Yes, that's what you all should know. Sure. Let us balance the ledgers now. How much cash is there with you? Okay, did I miss one entry? Yeah, cash is received from Z, no? 2000. Cash account में post करो, last entry रह गया. Cash account debit to Z. Now look at this. How much cash you are having? 28,000 total. But you have paid also 4,000. So on 31st January, buy balance carried down. Take your time and listen carefully. Debit 28, credit 4. So balance is on the credit side. Balance is on the credit side. So we call it debit balance 24,000, but we write it on credit side to balance. I can't say how much I'm recollecting, hire purchase, cash flow, single entry. All these chapters, the T format account, the balancing of the ledger. Yesterday in costing, I have taught students how to balance the ledgers in costing. So the base is this. Anyone is having any doubt, I want to pause here and I'm sitting here only. पूछो. आपके नोटबुक में कैश अकाउंट है या नहीं? As it is. Check and then revert back if you have any doubt. 1 second. Check if you have any doubt in any of the transactions. Sure. After the cash account, let us balance the capital account. Next, you all have prepared capital account. So just capital came in 20,000. No profit, no drawings. So on 31st of January, to balance carried down 20,000. To balance carried down 20,000. Capital account. Okay. Carried down. Total. Only one entry is there, so you can just put double line. Next, you all have made purchases. Total purchases you have made is 8,000. 8,000 purchases. Generally, on the last day of the financial year, expenses ledger are transferred to the P&L account, trading P&L. But right now, you do balance carried down. This is just a month over. This month's purchases is 8,000. To balance carried down. Y का account balance करो. Y say we have purchased 8,000, but we have just paid him 2 and 2, 4,000 cash. Balance carried down is 4,000 on the debit side. We write it on the debit side, but which is this balance? Credit balance. We have purchased from Y 8,000, but we have just paid him 2 and 2, 4,000. So remaining 4,000, let it be. Z's account. Superb. Z's account is tallying. We have sold him 8,000 and he has paid 8,000. Though first he paid 2,000 extra, then he paid 2,000 less, but then done. हो गया. 8,000, 8,000. Okay. How many goods I have sold? 8,000. That also balance carried down. On 31st Jan, Actually, sales is income. It is transferred to P&L, but at the year end. Right now, this is month end. So do like this. Put me a message whether how to make the ledgers is clear or not. How to make the ledgers. Are you getting a good grip on? Easy or not? Very easy, I feel. For you, mindset is don't get tempted to balance a ledger unless you complete both the sides postings. ठीक है? All clear? Chalo, we'll do one more problem. Now this time, if I say purchases from Z, purchase account, debit, Z account, we can do it directly from our mind. I hope you are getting. Journal entry mind mein likho purchase to Z. Straight go to the purchase ledger, write to Z. Straight go to the Z ledger, write down by purchases. So the next problem, I'm not making you write the journal entries. Directly we will post it. Chalo, let us start problem number 2 now. And these problems may have some opening balances also. Yeah. So then you write down if they have the opening balances. Acha khasa problem hai. The acha khasa means entries are very less. Entries you have to write in your mind now, but you have to make all these ledgers: cash in hand, cash at bank, inventory, building. Varun and Tarun are your datas. Credit balances are also there. Anand, capital account, Ronak. I think it would be a sufficiently good problem to practice everything. One second. Let us make. And then we have purchased the goods, received, purchased, planned, sold goods. He became insolvent. When someone is insolvent, there's going to be bad debt and all. So let us post all this. Ledgers banate. Please take your time to make ledgers with me. You can't understand this if you are not having the book with you, no? तो थोड़ा slowly कर रही हूँ, आप भी मेरे साथ बनाओ ledgers. You make one after the another. Again, I'm dividing the page. Date, particulars, amount. Date, particulars, amount. Debit side, date, particulars, amount, credit side. Date, particulars, amount. Date, particulars, amount. This is a separate page only for me. I hope you are getting what I'm doing is 2 ledgers I'm making on single page. You don't do it. You make one after the another. It's a very nice problem, which will cover your major ledger preparations. See, you have opening balance in cash. So account भी बनाओ और साथ साथ में posting भी करो. Make cash account and write on the debit side 1st January. Cash account debit 8,000 opening balance. Write down. Around 4 lines are enough for each ledger. cash account debit, 4 to 5 lines. Comfortable? Chalo. I'm putting a line across for the next ledger. Cash के बाद बनाओ bank. Bank account बनाओ. It's very difficult to make so many ledgers on screen. I'm trying my best to make it. आप भी बना लो 2 full pages. 2 full pages. Listen, dear students. Date particulars, amount, date particulars. बना लो एक साथ. I'm also extending so that just 5 lines ledger when we make, we need not pause. After cash, what account you are preparing? Bank account. Are you all with me? Write down on 1st January to opening balance in the bank account. 25,000. Opening balance in the bank account is 25,000. Next is inventory. Inventory stock. Much entries are not there, but opening stock on January is 20,000. Look at the screen and make the ledger. Are you comfortable? Inventory 20,000. Building. Look at the problem. Building कितना दिया है? 10,000 on the debit side. 10,000 on the debit side. Go on making ledgers like this. 2 minutes, I'll be back. In fact, if you want, you also take break of 2 minutes. साथ में करेंगे. 2 minutes break we are taking. Okay. Okay, after a break, let us start again. Okay, come back to problem number 2, what we are doing right now. Problem number 2 is what we are doing right now. Yes? What are ledgers you have prepared with me? Check. Cash account, bank account, inventory, stock account, building. I'm just making one by one ledger and I'm writing the opening balances also. Again, 4 lines we will leave and we will make some more ledgers. Date, particulars, amount. Date, particulars, amount. You just make it one after another. I am doing it here. Date, particulars, amount. After building, which ledger I will make as per the problem number 2 given? Trade receivable. Nothing but your data. What is the opening balance of trade receivables? One party's name is Vijay. Yeah, sorry, I missed it. I went through other problem. 1 minute, 1 minute. Varun. So we will make the ledger for Varun. Varun's is our data. So he will have which opening balance on which side? Debit side. 2000. Tarun. Just leave 2-3 lines and make Tarun as our receivable. What should be the opening balance for Tarun given? Again 2000. Are you able to post it or not? Just make T format ledger and make it. Don't make it very rough, please. I'm not able to see your notebooks. I'm not able to go around the class to check everyone's notebook. You don't like to eat in paper plate every day. Do you like it? Only if we are traveling, we are in some picnic and all, fine. Otherwise, we need at least steel plate, glass plate to eat. Yes or no? So that is your notebook reflection. Next time when you are reading, it should be clear. Have you prepared all these ledgers, what I have prepared? After this, prepare creditors ledger. I'm doing it on this side. Anand. Our creditor's name is Anand. And on 1st of January, Anand is having a credit balance. By opening balance, Anand is saying the balance is 5,000. Leave 2-3 lines. Again, we'll prepare another ledger. Opening balance 5,000 ho gaya. Then we will prepare another ledger, and that ledger is capital account. So capital account will also have on 1st January. I'm going very slow. Anyone facing any problem in writing, say. Capital account, credit side, 55,000. Okay. Now, capital account के बाद Ronak's account we will make. One more party is there. Ronak. Go slow, no problem. Thank you so much for the response that you are following the class and you are making the ledgers. Ronak is also having a credit balance. So on the 1st January opening balance. Just full pages, date, particulars, amount and divide it, make it. Divide it, make it. Ronak is having opening balance on the credit side, 7,000. Apart from this, we are purchasing the goods. So we will have the purchase account. And when I purchase, I have received discount. So we have discount received account. Date particulars amount, date particulars amount. Discount received account. Nice. Purchase account, discount received account. Sales account. Have we sold the goods? Yes. And then some sales are bad debt also. So after the sales, we will have bad debt. Bad debt means the person who did not pay my money. So bad debt account. No opening balances are there in purchase, sale and all because these are revenue account. But we have nice opening balances here. Okay. Sanand's account, this is capital account, this is Ronak's account, this is purchase account, discount received account, and your sales account and your bad debt account. ठीक है? चलो. Let us start with the transactions. Pick up the very first transaction. Purchased goods worth 5,000, payable at a later date for cash, less 20% trade discount and 5% cash discount. Okay. So I hope all of you know. Let us make a working for this. ये ledgers बनाने के नीचे आ जाओ. Working note 1. Purchases. How much purchase you have done? 5,000. What is the trade discount? 20%, sorry. 1,000. 5,000 ka 20% is 1,000. So 4,000 is the net purchase. Once again, I have taught you in subsidiary books. Once again, trade discount is not recorded in books. So we are going to record purchases as 4,000. But on the same day when we paid him cash, maybe at some other time of the day, he still gave you cash discount of 5%, 200. And you paid him 3,200 only. Just write all detail. You need to understand this all concept. Against 4,000, again he has given you 5% cash discount. Will you record the cash discount in the book? Answer is yes. So how much cash you will be paying him? 3,800. So can I record the transaction like this? Purchase account debit 3,800. Purchase account debit 3,800. Sorry, purchases, so you have done 4,000, no? Write down purchase account debit 4,000. Really sorry. To cash, you have paid 3,800. Cash discount will be recorded in books. And to discount received 200. Now take your time. Don't go on posting in the ledger. That is very easy. पहले ये समझ में आया आपको? Purchase account debit to cash to discount. Now let us post it. Let us go to the purchase account. What will I write over there on the purchase account? 1st of January, purchase account debit to cash. Purchase के ledger में जाओ. When I'm saying listen and go to that page, I know in your notebooks maybe almost 3-4 pages you have occupied. It's a CA study materials problem, but very nice one. Purchase account debit to cash. 3,800 to discount receipt 200. Purchases is to be debited with 4,000. 4,000. But you have to record 2 cash, 2 discount receipt. Immediately down the line here. I have made the ledger like this, date, particulars. Today ledger में scaling गड़बड़ हो गई है. 1 minute. Date, particulars, amount, date, particulars, amount. Okay, discount receipt come on the credit side. Buy purchases. $200. Buy purchases $200. And cash is going out. The very first account come on the credit side. Buy purchases 3,800. ठीक है. Cash account is credited with 3,800. Discount received is credited 200 and purchase is debited 4,000. Unless the dual aspect is clear, don't move ahead. Okay, going to the next transaction. Received 1980 from Varun and 20 rupees we have allowed him discount. Varun say we have to receive amount. So on 4th of January, we have received cash 1980 in full and final settlement. So 20 rupees can be put as discount, and can we close this ledger by doing double total, 1 line above, 2 line below, and done. $1920 cash is received. Write it on the debit side of the cash account. 1980, 4th of January to Varun. 1980 Varun account debit. And discount allowed ledger we have not prepared. We'll prepare. Bed debt के नीचे छोटा सा बना दो discount allowed. And write down 4th of January to Varun. 20 rupees is the discount allowed. Some of the books they show same ledger, but I prefer you prepare separate ledgers. Discount allowed debit 20, cash debit 1980 and Varun credit. Varun का ledger खत्म हो गया. Next, purchased plant from Mukesh 5,000. Plant is purchased. Did we prepare the plant ledger? No, we'll prepare it now. कोई बात नहीं, working note 1 के बाद बना दो. Date, particulars, amount. 1 second. या make 2 ledgers. मुकेश भी बनाओ और प्लांट भी बनाओ. Proper format में. Date, particulars, amount. Date, particulars, amount. Date, particulars, amount. बनाओ. क्या है लेजर का नाम? Plant. You have purchased a plant. Come on the debit side. Plant is a real account. Plant is coming in on 8th of January. Purchased a plant from Mukesh. Plant account debit to Mukesh. 5,000. Mukesh account you credit. Mukesh account you credit on 8th of January. Buy plant 5,000. Plant to Mukesh. Plant to Mukesh. ठीक है? Paid 100 cartage for bringing the plant to factory and 200 installation. You know, plant related expenditures are added to the plant till it is ready to use. So on 8th of January, plant account debit to cash. Plant you have purchased on credit from Mukesh, 5,000 debit 5,000, but 300 rupees some loading, unloading you have paid in cash. So plant account debit, go to the first ledger. Cash is going out on 8th of January. Buy plant. ठीक है? Buy plant 300. Cash is credited. Plant is debited. Cash is going out. Chalo. Next now, January 12th, we have sold the goods to Rahim. Go to your sales account. Sales account, the entry will come on the credit side. Sales account is income, always credited, 12th of January. By Rahim, 600 rupees. By Rahim, 600 rupees. Sales credit, Rahim debit. Have we made the ledger for Rahim? No, we will make it now. No problem. Ledger बनाओ जल्दी से. Rahim account debit side. These are data now. 2 sales. Goods are sold to Rahim. Amount is 600. Is my speed fine and clear? ठीक है? Now, Rahim became insolvent and could only pay 50 paisa. Okay. We've sold the goods to Rahim and he's just paying 50 paisa. So, you know, when someone is paying 50 paisa, you can't say, ma'am, remaining 50% take it as discount. Now, in your P&L account, whether you write discount allowed or bad debt, the profit will come same, but the presentation will go wrong, dear students. So, how much is your Rahim account credit to cash? How much is giving cash? 300. How much you will transfer to bad debt? 300. Shall I close Rahim's account? Yes. Close kar do. Close Rahim's account. Chalo. Post it on the debit side. Rahim का account clear है सबको? कोई पीछे रह गए तो बोलो. Cash is coming in. On 15th of January, cash account debit to Rahim. He gave 300. Remaining 300 he did not give. We will debit here. On 15th of January, go to bad debt ledger. Write down to Rahim 300. अब देखो clear है. Bad debt debit 300. Cash debit 300. Rahim credit 600. Clear to all of you? Sold goods to Ram for cash 1000. Okay. Cash में sale किया तो cash is coming in. On 18th of January, cash account debit to sales, 1000. Go to the sales account and credit 1000. Go to the sales account and credit 1000. Buy cash. It's just a cash sales. I want to repeat, it's just a cash sales. Nice problem. Anyone is having any doubt in when I said goods are sold for cash, I went to cash account. I wrote on the debit side to sale. Yeah, for some of you it may be slow, but we have to take into consideration everyone's speed. And in sales, you have to write buy cash. Chalo, let us now do it. Balance the cash account and tell me how much you all are getting. Total karo. Cash account ko balance karo. 11,280 is the total. I told you how to balance. And credit cash you have given. So on 31st January, buy balance carried down. How much? 11,280. Yes, yeah. Please put answers in chat box if you can. And anything you have missed, put me a message, ma'am. Please wait and check your ledger. Are you all getting closing cash as 718, 7180, 7180 aa hai? Other ledgers are 2 line. This is only bulky with all these entries. Cash account. Bank balance is as it is. So buy balance carried down 25,000 as it is, double line. Inventory is as it is. Buy balance carried down 20,000, double line. Single entry, no need to do the postings. Totally. Building. Buy balance 10,000, double line. Varun's account is tallied. Tarun had to pay us, he didn't pay. So just carry forward the balance, 2,000. Buy balance carried down, 2,000. Now, Anand had credit balance, 5,000 he had to pay. So just carry it forward. On the debit side, we write 31st January, balance carried down and double line. Why double line? Because it's just simple. Next, capital account also no entry. So just close it. See how easy it is to close the ledger. Only time consuming is drawing and posting the entry. Balancing is pretty simple. Just balance the capital account. Ronak, 7,000. Just balance. No, we can prepare trial balance now. I'm not doing, but just saying. Purchase is also 31st January, buy balance. Discount received on the debit side, to balance carried down, 200. Yeah, it's an income, so 200. Sales. Total sales in this month on 31st of January is 1,600 carried down. I told you sales ledger actually you have to transfer to P&L and close, but that is on the last day of the financial year. So right now just close it. Bad debt. Buy balance carried down. Discount allowed by balance carried down. Discount allowed and received separately carried down, because discount allowed we will write on the debit side of the P&L, and the discount received we will write on the credit side. We will not just net it off. Nice. See, this entry was little complicated. क्या लिखना है नहीं लिखना है, तो I asked you to write and check. Come down. Plant account. Plant account. Plant की total value carried down करो 31st Jan. By balance carried down 5,300. 5,300. Rahim's account tallied. Mukesh account carried down. We have purchased the plant from Mukesh and abhi tak we have not paid him. So just carry it down. 31st of Jan. Whatever may be the last transaction, balance carried down always on the last day of the financial year. Kar lo, balance carried down. ठीक है? Easy or not making the ledgers? Huh? Today is weekend, so can you please all practice the problems in your study material? Yeah, exactly. I'm not giving you any homework, but homework is कि study material के problems आपको करने हैं. चलो, before we close, let us check right from the beginning. I explained you in my way. Now these are all the journal entries related information. So let us see all that. What is the meaning of a ledger? Yeah, it is a book which contains all the transactions related to that party. It's the principal book. What are the types of the ledgers? I taught you now. Personal ledger could be debtors and creditors. Just give it a reading. They're not going to ask you exactly questions like this. What are the advantages? Mark it, important theory question. What are the advantages? It's easy to divide the work. You know, when 2-3 people are working, easy to handle, collect the information. Mistakes are minimum because 3 people are working on different ledgers. Easy to compile and make the final accounts. Data is saying mine is ready, others are saying mine is ready. Fix up the responsibility. You can see who is taking up that responsibility. Okay? Right. So this is how you do balancing of ledgers. You can just give it a reading. I've taught you compound entry. We have already done actually in the journal entry. And now distinguish between journal and ledger. This they can ask you as theory question. Journal is book of prime entry. Prime. शुरू ही journal से होता है. From journal nowadays, computerized accounting, automatic, the posting is done ledger. So ledger is final or secondary. Journal is primary. Journal entry is recorded based on the source of document, purchase bill and all. Ledger is recorded based on journal. So can I say, dear students, if journal entries goes wrong, ledger will also go wrong, right? Recording in the journal is first and then you post it in the ledger. Journal is recorded in chronological order of date. Ledger may be date-wise hota hai, but all the transactions of different dates with the same ledger. All the transactions are given effect for a particular. What is the format? Journal cannot be balanced. It's just writing. Purchase to party, sales to this and all. Ledger accounts you balance. In journal, you write narration, no? Being in ledger, you don't write balance. The process of recording the journal entry is journalizing. The process of posting the journal entry in the ledger, recording the entry in the ledger is called as posting, ledger posting. One second. 1 second. Huh? These are simple topics you can read at home. Yeah. What I am explaining is clear? Yeah. So like this, just read also original book of the entry. That is again journal and this is ledger. So in another way, it's the same question only. Okay? Chalo. Shall we complete this one last problem? As you all say, or you would try it. Aap try karo. Enough we have done for today. Problem number 3 is homework. Take the screenshot. If you don't have the material, make sure you are solving it. Following data is given for Sagar, the owner, with a request to compile H and R. दो party के ही ledgers बनाना है. It's not a huge ledger. Purchase, sale, plant and machinery वैसे नहीं है. Just only 2 party ledgers. But you need to work out the cash discount, trade discount, and do it. Okay. So third problem is homework. Fourth and second we have done. 1 second. 1 second. Huh? Yeah, these are just assignments if you want to practice. But rather than this, I would suggest you to do the problems from your ICA or CMA material only. Okay? Chalo, let me give you one opening entry problem. Chota sa hi hai. Third problem is homework for all of you. I will check it in the next class. And click the photo of this homework and send me without fail. Yeah, last one for today. Pass the opening journal entry. Can we pass opening journal entry? I said opening journal entry means you need to bring the last year's closing balances, no, as opening. So that journal entry, when you want to pass, how will you do that? Opening entry. One second. You know, all debit balances you bring, all credit balance and balancing figure you can write in the capital. One single opening entry is passed. Cash in hand is there, cash at bank, inventory, building, trade receivables. Oh, sorry, not this. Yeah. Cash in hand, bank, stock and all. And owings are given, prepaid, interest received, loan and owing. Sub jo debit credit hai, you write down, and balancing figure you will get it as opening entry. Okay. Let us do this now. Last one for today. And then we will close. Third problem, आराम से करो घर में और मुझे homework भेजो. Problem number 1, I'm just making you write one opening entry so that we can incorporate all the opening balances. First is cash in hand. The nature is debit. So cash in hand account debit 1000. Cash at bank debit 5000. Stock is debited 20,000. Land and building is debited 1 lakh. Plant and machinery is debited 50,000. Furniture is debited 25,000. Owings from X Limited. I have to receive from X Limited. They are my data, 12,500. All balance sheet asset side items should be debited. Prepaid insurance account debit. Prepaid insurance account debit 500. Interest received in advance. Now this is credit. This is your liability. If you receive income in advance, it's a liability. Listen, is this concept clear? If you pay me fees now only for inter and final, ma'am, I'll surely pass foundation. I'll take inter and final coaching from you. So foundation coaching, you have paid me say 5,000. Inter also you have paid me 10. Is that 10,000 my income? No, income received in advance. Abhi I will hold it as liability. So interest received in advance, I'll write it on the credit side. 250. Loan from Yono Limited. Yona Limited say I have taken a loan, 10,000. I have to pay to Zona Limited, 3750. And balancing figure we will put in capital. Almost like students, those who understand, it's like balance sheet only. Last year's balance sheet, all assets on debit, last year's balance sheet on liability on credit. And in the capital account, you can write it as balancing figure. 1,000, 5,000, 20,000, 1 lakh, 50,000, 25,000, 1,200, 500, 2,14,000 minus 250. Don't balance. This is just journal entry. So don't write the totals. Just 3750. So what is the capital introduced? 2 lakh as the balancing figure. Take your time. Pakka, we will check up the answers for the third problem in the next class. But preparation of ledger is generally over in one class. I went very slow today and then we started also little late. But ye samajh mein aaya? All the assets are debited, all the liabilities are credited, and balancing figure is the capital. Okay. I hope making T format ledgers is clear. The base level explanation which I gave in the beginning, read it at home, and at least one problem of your study material, make sure you all are doing to practice the ledger. I will not make ledgers with this speed when I go to non-trading and other chapters. Tuck, we'll pick up and make the ledger. You should know what comes on the debit and what comes on the credit side. Okay? So one homework to be checked, third problem, and we will continue with trial balance in the next class. Okay. Thank you so much, all of you. Anyone is still having any doubt? Pucho? No? All clear? Right.